Now let's learn how to put colors to our cubes. Now currently the color is white. So let's try to change its color to red. Now how to do it? For that, inside this properties pane, first we have to select the shape which we want to change the color. For example, my cube is selected, right? As you can see in the outliner pane. Then I have to go to this option called as material properties. Let's click on it. After clicking the material properties, I have to deselect this option called as use nodes. Now why we have to do it? If I don't deselect it here, and if I try to change the color over here by going into base color, nothing will happen. Why? Because the color is getting changed, but it is not reflected back. But if I deselect this use node option over here, now see the use node option is deselected. Now, if I change my base color to whichever color I want, I can change it. So let's change this color. After clicking the base color, go into the RGB option. Now under the RGB option, R, G, B and A values are given. Now RGB values are 0.8, 0.8 and 0.8, which together comprise the color to white. Now R stands for red, G stands for green and B stands for blue. Now let's make R1 because we want our color of the cube as 1, and we'll make G as 0 and B is also 0. See, our shape has turned red. Why? Because I'm giving R value as maximum and I'm removing G and blue part of it by adding 0 to it. Now let's to do it blue. To do it blue, I have to click over here, put the value as 1. Then inside green, it is already 0. So inside red, I'll put it as 0. See, my shape has turned in blue color, isn't it? Okay. Now, till now we have worked on cube. What are the other shapes like cylinder, sphere, cone? How to draw them? To draw those shapes like cylinder, cone and sphere are already available in the Blender library. So to open it, we have to press and hold Shift key and then press the A key. See, the add option is available. Now inside this, the first option is the mesh. Inside mesh, I can see there are some shapes like plane, cube, circle, UV sphere, icosphere, cylinder, cone, torus, etc. So for example, I want to draw cylinder this time. I'll click on cylinder. Now I have clicked on cylinder. The cylinder has selected and it is available, but I can't see it. Why? Because my cylinder is hiding below my cube. So in this case, I can do two things. Either I can move my cube aside or I can move my cylinder aside. Okay. So let's move our cube aside. So how to do it? First, here in the outliner pane, I can see this time there are 4 things available. Why? Because extra cylinder has been added. So I want to move my cube aside, right? So let's go here and select cube first. See, the cube is highlighted. Then to move, we'll go to object properties. Then let's move our cube in Y direction. To do that, inside the location, I'll press for Y as phi, enter. So my cube has now moved aside and my cylinder is properly visible. Now let's change the color of our cylinder. First we'll select our cylinder, then we'll go to material properties. Now inside the material properties, as we can see last time, there were options available like use nodes and base color, etc. But this time it is not available. Why is that? Because this is the new shape which we have drawn. So we have to add, we have to click on new here to add that option. See, now these options are available, right? So first we'll deselect the use nodes and then we'll give some color to it. Now this time we'll paint it into green by making G value as 1, R and B value as 0. See, my cylinder has turned into green. Same way I can add many more shapes using the same command.